Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are proud to be the first boarding school in the U.S. to combine the best aspects of traditional and online education. At this state-of-the-art campus, we are revolutionizing the way that students in middle and high school are learning and growing. So the Lighthouse Schools is a nonprofit institution, and we believe in both academic excellence as well as fostering Islamic spirituality. We believe that they can be combined. At the Lighthouse Schools, we believe that every student is unique, bearing extraordinary potential when nurtured in the right environment. So this year, we are eagerly accepting Muslim boy students for grades 6 through 10th who will go on to matriculate or graduate to 12th grade and after 12th grade at our school. So, I am a mother. I have 2 daughters. For those of you that have daughters, I understand. Inshallah, we will open our doors to Muslim girl students within maybe 1 to 2 academic years. This is pending our extensive girls' dormitory renovations, as well as the staffing that goes on into staffing a dormitory, as well as female staff for our students. And now I would like to introduce the founder and executive director of our innovative and trailblazing Lighthouse institution. So Dr. Akif Aydin is the founder and CEO of the Lighthouse Schools. He is originally from Turkey, and his background is in educational leadership and policy, and he has gone on to earn his PhD in economics. Dr. Akif, mashallah, is a successful educational entrepreneur. He is managing several early childhood education facilities as well as private charter schools in both South Carolina and Florida. The Lighthouse Schools is his latest venture. And I'd like to also introduce to you Dr. Kamal Pehlevanoglu, who is our vice president and our executive director. And he has spent 27 years in the education and strategic consulting industry. He has served as an executive in multiple capacities in Turkey, managing 80,000 students in various public and private institutions. He's also managed 7,000 staff across 145 campuses. Mashallah, he holds a bachelor's in education and psychology, a master's in educational leadership, and he has just completed his doctorate in business administration. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Akif to say a few words of welcome and share some inspiration regarding the Lighthouse Schools. Please welcome me. Join me.
Thanks so much, Sister Hiba. Excellent job. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So honored to see you all over here. It's our first open house session for the Lighthouse School. I'd like to also recognize our very special guest over here, sisters. So it was a nice surprise over here. As you know, this campus used to be a Catholic school. In fact, they started like early 1900s. So I just told our sisters, inshallah, this is a very kind of similar mission where the early Catholics, when they came to the United States, they have established many, many religious schools, hospitals. So we as Muslims, we are late to America, right? And now, inshallah, we want to establish a very similar path to educate and raise our schools with the best education, as well as to retain their faith, Islam, inshallah. So for that reason, for that mission, inshallah, the Lighthouse School is very unique. The first Islamic boarding school for for 6 through 12, inshallah. So part of the dream I have been in America about 19 years. I moved in 2004, and also I'm parents of 4 kids. In fact, this dream came as part of my personal family challenges as well. Being a father of 4 kids and being very concerned about educations. So I thought many Muslim fellows have the similar challenges and problems. So there are different, alhamdulillah, there are different Islamic schools, there are different, educational institutions. But my dream to really establish, to make a very exceptional boarding school where I will say for the Muslims, I can describe in the way we bring the Harvard and LSR together. That's my dream. to make the best academic and give the best, inshallah, Islamic spirit to the students. And eventually, the dream is to raise those kids to be the leaders for the Muslims, where, inshallah, they can become very successful, like Abu Hanifa, like Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu. So to make sure that they are very successful, they are businessmen, they are leaders, but in the same time, their hearts is belong to Allah, and they know that where they spend all of their wealth, their influence, inshallah, to the service of humanity. So this dream, inshallah, today is the first official step that we try to share with you, and we ask your help, your support, your prayers. This is very interesting. I was kind of thinking, when I opened my personal business, early child education, I remember we had a big open house. My executive director, Miss Hannah, she prepared, wonderful, and we had only one parent and one student came, So alhamdulillah, out of that one parent and one student, now we have multiple locations. Alhamdulillah, it's very successful. Today I kind of thought the same way. Maybe this is gonna be a very similar journey. Maybe we'll have one student enrolled today, maybe for the first year. But that's fine. The passion is important. The dream is important. So this is non-profit. This is dedicated to Allah. Alhamdulillah. I absolutely need your help, your support. We are open to, inshallah, contributions, since this is non-profit 501c. So inshallah, I need your help in terms of the promotion, marketing, to get the teams. And I'm so proud, inshallah, I want to recognize we have Brother Ali over here, Dr. Ali Yursevar. He is on our team. Sister Hiba, from the day one, alhamdulillah. She is very excited being from Greenville, was born over here, raised here. She remembers when she came over here, did some activities in the arena. So it is very meaningful, alhamdulillah. We have Dr. Enis Al-Ansari over here, inshallah, as a doctor, and he said he is very generous. He wants to really be consultant for our students over here. Any problem happens, he's going to be on board. That's a wonderful thing. We have Brother Kaleem over here, inshallah, he is out of Chicago. He is on the team as well. And we have absolutely, our, proud executive director, Brother Kemal, inshallah. He has led exceptional institutions in Turkey, and we believe that's going to happen, inshallah, over here as well. And we have, Brother Sharaf. Oh, Brother Sharaf, he is a chair. He is like here from Moline area, and he is a professor, and he is on our team. So alhamdulillah, we're a very exceptional team at this point in the very short time period that we bring together, and many other brothers over here and sisters, inshallah. Again, our goal to deliver a very exceptional, inshallah, education as well as tarbiyah. Just want to conclude with one little anecdote I shared with Brother Kemal a few weeks ago. I said, look, in Islam, it's very important when Prophet ﷺ emphasized on the etiquette of the Muslims in the market. So in the market, when part of to be trustworthy, honest businessman. So I gave the example: if you are a vendor, and if you try to sell apples, and then on your if you just put the best apples in front to present the people to appeal them, and put the bad apples on the back, and then when the customers come, you appeal to them with the best apples, but then you put in the basket, in the bag, the bad one. So this is one of the worst traits of a Muslim, right? This is absolutely one of the things we should all avoid from it. So the same thing I said, look, now we are not selling apples, oranges, we are selling education. In fact, not selling, we are delivering. We are not here for the business, it's non-profit. But again, we make a commitment. We want to deliver something. And we should never overcommit. But if we commit anything, we should deliver. Otherwise, we'll be held accountable, first of all, to Allah, and then to the parents. That's very important to us. We want to make sure that whatever we deliver, we commit. In fact, we deliver that one. So inshallah, that's our commitment, first to Allah, then to the parents, then to the kids, to make sure that we'll raise in the best way in America, to make sure this is one of the best institutions in the world, not only in America. So that's our dream. That make, inshallah, this is a journey, this is a very humble step, and inshallah, with Allah's grace and help, we believe this is going to happen. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you will enjoy with the tour, and especially very excited for Turkish gyro, for döner. Right after our tour, inshallah, we'll have enough time. to just kind of enjoy. Again, thank you so much for everything and for your support and for being here. Assalamu alaikum.
Dr. Akif mentioned some of our staff that's here, but I also wanted to recognize them. If you are, as I read your name, please stand. I just want to make sure whoever's here is recognized. Habib Qadri, our educational consultant, Dr. Abraham Hope, Dr. Anis Ansari, Imran Nanawala, Matt Verdi, our finance director, Dr. Yasmin, Dr. Sharif, Professor Hassan Ali, Dr. Bashir, and Dr. Muhammad Al-Zain. So I know you're up. Yeah, stand up so they can, please stand up. Please rise. Yeah, please rise. Okay, now I'd like to dive into the very meat of this presentation, our academic curriculum. So the Lighthouse schools can be considered a very rigorous college preparatory environment. For our high school grades, the classes and curriculum, they are accredited by Arizona State University, and they are transferable to most, if not all, undergraduate institutions. So unlike traditional schools, which are often designed to educate the masses, our innovative model is to educate individuals, recognizing the unique potential of each student. Our students receive a campus experience where they focus on their academics, while their recreational, social, residential, and communal needs are all met. We leverage the advantages of both the traditional and online learning methods to unleash our students' complete potential. And now, while online education, it does offer the flexibility, the personalization, the self-paced curriculum, it lacks fundamental human needs, such as social interaction, requiring a high level of self-discipline, organization, and motivation. So at the Lighthouse schools, we bridge this gap through our unique 3M model. We mentor, we motivate, and we monitor all of our students. Every student is matched with an is matched with a success coach and a teaching instructor who will inspire, guide, and closely monitor the student's academic and personal growth. Additionally, our teachers are readily available in the classroom to provide further assistance and guidance throughout each of our grades. By combining the flexibility of online education with the guidance and support of our dedicated mentors, we create an environment where students can thrive, leveraging their own unique strengths, unleashing their full potential. Also very distinctive to the Lighthouse schools is our school utilizing the Ivy League readiness metrics. This involves maintaining high student GPAs, completing community engagement activities, also taking AP classes and associated college credit courses, while also performing extracurricular activities. So at the Lighthouse schools, we are very dedicated to designing college pathways for all of our students, inshallah. So these students, they will be working very closely with their student counselors, their mentors, their teachers, and this is why we're very different. The Lighthouse schools is very different than traditional online education, as well as even homeschooling, because of our environment, our Islamic environment, our college curriculum accredited by ASU, and then our Ivy League readiness metrics, as well as our mentorship. This is all part of our competitive edge. And now I'd like to talk about the Islamic aspect of our education. The key ingredient to this school is our Islamic education. So Muslim families continue to seek out Islamic education for their children. I'm no different. My kids, I have two daughters, 3 and 5. They're at an Islamic school in the Chicago suburbs right now. Most commonly, what you will find is that growing Muslim communities, most likely, if they're large enough, they will offer a weekend program. But full-time Islamic schools for elementary, middle school, and high school students are very few and far between, especially in the state of Iowa, I would say. Many Islamic schools are located in dense metropolitan regions, east, west, south, all over the country, but often they are met with multi-year wait lists, which often can force an entire family to relocate prior to admission. So this is something that I and many of my similar aged families have constantly deal with for multiple of their children. So this is why the Lighthouse Schools is so unique and different. We're inviting your students to come to us. You don't have to relocate. As a college prep academy, your student is on campus for their education. And they have all of these subjects at their fingertips every single year of their education. Our goal is not only to teach core Islamic subjects, but also to develop and inspire a sense of Islamic leadership and commitment in the service of the Muslim Ummah. And this is part of the educational philosophy of Dr. Akif. So that's something I want to emphasize. I wish I had a school like this growing up, but khair, the time is now. So at the Lighthouse Schools, we provide a very unique educational experience that is specifically tailored to young Muslim students. We understand the importance of integrating faith, values, and these principles of etiquette in our education. Our curriculum is carefully crafted to encompass all of these studies: Quran studies, Hifz, Quran, Islamic principles. We firmly believe that by intertwining religious teachings with these academic subjects, we can foster a deeper understanding and appreciation for Islam. I wanted to show you our masjid, our musalla on the campus. So your kids will be waking up for Fajr together. They'll be making wudu in the halls. They'll be eating, reciting du'as together in a safe, supportive environment. And they will be fully able to grow they will be fully be able to grow in their identities as a Muslim youth in a blessed space. Amenities that we have, we know that education is more than academics, and this is especially true if you are in the country of America. Education goes hand in hand with athletics and other recreational activities. So inshallah, I do want to mention and show you, this is one of our two full court basketball arenas. We also have fitness centers, library, soccer fields, and more. And you will see this on our campus tour, but I did want to share with you that, mashallah, this campus sits on 15 acres of land. We have 8 buildings, which totals over about 326,000 square feet. And it's all for our students. We have a library, cafeteria, classrooms, science labs, and our dormitories. And this is all for our students to thrive academically, spiritually, and socially. We have our study spaces. So extracurriculars is something that I do want to focus on as well. We are proud to offer athletic extracurriculars, but also other hobby-based extracurriculars. What I mean by hobby-based are club-based activities is like photography, robotics, arts. So according to our mission of the school, these hobbies are club-based extracurricular activities. They are student-inspired and student-driven. So if you're a student that you have an idea at this school, you can pitch it. Inshallah, you'll get the funding, so you will be able to have that type of club, inshallah. And also, one important thing to know is that we understand the importance of preserving and celebrating cultural heritage at this school. And in doing so, we understand that many of our students, English may not be their first language. They may have a different native language, or they may speak a second language at home. And so in our commitment to holistic development, we are proud to also dedicate it to have a World Languages Club, in which students can practice with their peers or reinforce and keep alive their second language or their native language that they may speak. So this indicates our commitment to diversity. We are very committed to having diversity in our student body, which includes embracing children from families with all sorts of backgrounds from all over the world. Now I'd also like to talk about a very unique and very different aspect of our Lighthouse schools. So we believe in equipping our students with not only academic knowledge, not only Islamic knowledge, but also practical skills for an entrepreneurial mindset. So, which is according to our school philosophy, it's imperative to succeed in today's world. So as part of our unique approach to education, we do require that for graduation requirements, each student will be required to own and operate their own business before graduation. So this requirement ensures that our students gain invaluable life world experiences and learning the ins and outs of entrepreneurship firsthand. However, for students with differing interests, we will require them to design a community service project addressing and solving a social issue within the city of Clinton. So these initiatives are all part of our curriculum, and they will be required for graduation in 12th grade. You do start in 11th grade for this, so inshallah there'll be a lot of support and assistance from professors, but this is part of our mission of our school. So I just wanted to give you a snapshot of our res life, our residential life. So all of our students will be housed in comfortable and spacious dorms. Each room will have 2 roommates. You will see the rooms in person when we go on our campus tour. There will be laundry facilities, but most importantly, I want to emphasize that when you live by yourself, right, there's a different level of self-accountability, of responsibility, and of independence. These are practical adult skills for the rest of your life. But most importantly for parents, I do want to assure you that we will have 24/7 camera footage and security access. We will partner with the Clinton Police Department in order to secure our campus facility. And we do want to understand and assure you that your students will be safe on this campus. And we hope that all of these academic and these residential campus experiences will allow your children to become young adults and be well prepared for the challenges and responsibilities of both their high school, college, and beyond. Now I'd like to get into the admission steps, but before I do, I wanted to emphasize that when your student graduates from the Lighthouse schools, they will be receiving a high school diploma in addition to an associate's degree. Because of our accreditation with Arizona State University, your child or student will be able to accelerate into their undergraduate and hopefully graduate studies after that. So with that being said, I wanted to share with you that this model is highly cost effective for students and parents who want to spread out their college expenses in favor for an accelerated path towards undergraduate and graduate opportunities. So our first step is to complete an online application form. It's a very basic profile. It allows us to contact you, to set up an introductory phone conversation, to learn more about your questions and about your interest in our school. After that, we do encourage a campus tour, and we will have a virtual tour also available pretty soon on our website. And then after that, we schedule a virtual student interview in which myself or other faculty and staff will ask questions regarding academics, interests, social skills, student goals, parent goals for their student, and anything else that will help our school assess the campus readiness for your student. This may go on to a second interview if needed, but the interview is core to our enrollment and acceptance process. And after that, we do hope for an enrollment and acceptance letter for all of our students, inshallah. I do want to highlight our tuition and our fees for the school. So as you can see, this is our annual tuition, and the $26,000, it is competitive with other college preparatory schools across the nation. I also want to add that if you're an Iowa resident, the State of Education Department in Iowa offers a $7,500 tax credit to families who choose a private K-12 education for their children. We do offer scholarships at this school that are both merit and financial needs-based. This will require a separate application with specific details regarding the student's financial or merit-based status. We do want to understand and emphasize that here at the Lighthouse schools, we are committed that financial burdens should not get in the way of an exceptional secular and Islamic education. So I want to conclude now. On behalf of everyone at the Lighthouse schools, we sincerely thank you for your time today. We hope that our innovative educational model paired with our Islamic emphasis on spiritual development will be the best place for your student to grow and develop and have a successful and the brightest school, brightest future possible lit by the Lighthouse schools. So I welcome your questions now, and please,
You said that after the student graduate from here, they will have a high school diploma as well as an associate degree, college associate degree?
Yes. If they are able to, inshallah, complete the curriculum by Arizona State University, their core subjects and the electives, then inshallah they will matriculate also from ASU with an associate's degree, which if a student chooses to continue their bachelor's with Arizona State University, it's a seamless transfer. But it's also a seamless transfer to any other accredited university in the United States.
I have a question for Dr. Akif. You said this is like the students will be able to get admission to elite universities like Harvard and other places. So can you define, exactly what kind of courses you're offering that will qualify them for elite schools?
Thank you. So first of all, this is our hope to prepare them in the best way, not only for the Ivy League colleges, for the life, right, overall, but we know that most of students, they want to accelerate in the best colleges in America. So we will create a path we call Ivy League readiness matrix from 9th grade all the way to 12th to make sure that for every grade level, we have some metrics that we can measure for each student to make sure that they are moving forward towards their goal, whichever college they dream, because each student might have different dreams for the best colleges. So that's going to be a very early start. Most of students, they leave this to the ends of their life. When they are a junior or senior, or they are kind of in the panic mode, what I'm going to do now, oh my God. So we don't want to actually get this point. We want to start very early to make sure that we are on time.
What the schedule is going to be, and how are we going to explain to our kids that it's exciting, there's a new academic world that they will be in. So what the schedule is going to be, how many hours they will stay in the school and what they will learn besides the regular classes that they take in public schools. What is the difference between public schools and this school for children? What they will get out of it and how we can explain it to them.
Well, we have the flexibility of moving the courses around. So we're considering around packing the core courses and electives on the first 3 days and having Thursday and Friday reserved for Islamic studies. That's one option, but we're considering multiple options. But we have this flexibility because kids going to be self-paced. They'll be working with mentors. So this will open a lot of paths for all the students. So that will also allow the students to move faster, take college courses like Saliba mentioned. But the schedule will be very flexible, which will allow, I think it was mentioned before, like kids classes, anything, because they're boarding right here. So they're living. This is their living space. And we'll have many options available for kids. So we're considering a couple variations, but this is just one of them. I just thought.
What one maybe thing I did is before we get to your questions, how you can actually make your children excited for this, right? I think that's a very great, very good question. First of all, I mean, it depends the age of the child, right? Most of children, they're really not so passionate about their future, or if they do not have a dream. But once we create the motivation for the children, I think that every child has a potential to be excited for one of the best schools. Most of kids, they go simply by reputation. Okay, this school is already known in the community. If I got accepted to this school, I feel proud because everybody knows, okay, I'm going to this school, right? So this, the Lighthouse schools, how we can make excited. First of all, we want to invite the kids to the campus. That's the most important thing. The campus life already is very exceptional. So one of the things that we want to emphasize, the kids will be a lot of, there will be in-person interaction with the peers. So there will have a lot of, peer interactions. And one thing that you can especially, maybe emphasize with, it might not work for everyone, first of all, that we kind of step back. Because this is going to be very rigorous, academically rigorous schools. So this school is going to be the right fit for a child who wants to have a big dream in their life, accomplish the big things. But when I say the big, the term big itself is ambiguous. So it could be, first of all, academically, it could be, financially, it could be leadership, as well as the character, be a good Muslim. Altogether, this is what the dream would really accomplish. So overall, I believe, our school, the Lighthouse School, being on very gorgeous and beautiful campus, and getting the mind-like student around them to have a very selective
groups of the peers and the friends on the campus, to be together, to have a lot of extracurricular activities, the sports, the field trips. I mean, the weekend, programs. There will be local, domestic, and international trips. That's part we're planning as well, to make sure that we all have different projects for students. And as Steve mentioned, they will own a business in the school before they graduate. Okay, so I know that many kids, they become excited when how to become a millionaire, right? Who knows? We'll maybe have like one of the Steve Jobs coming out of this school in the high school. Why not? That we want to promote the entrepreneurship, the mindset of being a leader, being a good Muslim. So if you really want to share those with your kids, if they want to come and attain all this together in one platform, this is where they can get it. Inshallah.
You had the kids. I wanted to thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. I wanted to know more information about the Islamic curriculum, because I feel that is primarily the main reason why a lot of parents are interested in the school. Could you give us some detail about the kind of subjects that you'd be teaching and what teachers you've employed for that? I know it's going to be Thursday and Friday, right?
Thank you for this question. We have actually thousands of Chicago for Games Academy, Habib Patri. I don't know if you know. He is on our team. That's one of the very successful school already established in Chicago area. But we already got his guidance and the curriculum, Islamic curriculum that he recommended. We modified in different ways. We also want to be really exceptional. We have look at different existed curriculums being taught by different schools around. What we have decided for this year, we'll start with Siyar, Aqidah, Arabic, and Quran. 4 subjects are going to be taught this year. So we have Dr. Bashir from Lady area is an imam, and then he is also a PhD. He's going to teach Arabic and Quran. We have Imam Huzaifa. He's out of St. Louis. He was born in America and received his education from Medina University, and he was an imam. He is going to be on our team to teach Inshallah Aqidah. And we have Dr. Abu over here. We have already been teaching at different schools, some schools in Chicago. He's going to Inshallah teach here. We have a very well qualified team for those subjects. But more importantly, the campus life, being over here with the other Muslim students, praying 5 times together, and then having after the Isha and the Fajr have Qadr time to make sure that the kids will be in a very, our state environment. From the ones maybe the kids might not like in the beginning, but I'm sure that they will love it, will limit the access of phones and technology for 1 hour a day. So that's very important. We want to make sure that they focus to academics, to success, to education, to social interaction. We have a beautiful facility over here to make sure that they will do a lot in person, right? Not on screen. That's something that will be also very exceptional. I'm sure that most of parents will have challenged their accounts at home. So therefore, with all this given together, we believe this is going to be one of the best platforms for them, inshallah.
And I like seeing that Quran memorization will also be an option. Would it be an option the first year?
Yeah, in the first year, there will be some memorization part of our Quranic class, but not a part of the Hifz. One of the future program we, inshallah, plan to establish a Hifz school, but not for the first year.
My son is already doing Hifz, and we've done at least memorized some
Surahs.
some juz's of the Quran. And if he wants to keep gets in and he wants to continue with that, would there be any accommodation?
Absolutely, absolutely, inshallah. We want to support and just make sure we'll continue on the path. Yes.
Jazakallah.
Inshallah. Yes, I'll leave the question on that.
I was just wondering, because I live like a lot sort of different. I was just wondering, is it just you have to cause money to come here?
Okay, that's a big question. So when I see the sisters and you guys, for the community, I'm so delighted to have, absolutely your presence over here. So like a Catholic school, like this used to be a Catholic school, right? Yeah. And that's wonderful. And again, as I said, you might have not been here in the beginning. So I kind of emphasized how the Catholic community, when they moved from New York over here, they established the schools to make sure that they kind of teach their religion to their kids. Same thing for Protestants, for the Jews. So America is a great, great country to give the freedom of religion. right? To make sure that the communities feel comfortable to be part of the community. I'm an American, but also I'm proud to be a Muslim. So that's the sense of being an American in America, right? So therefore, as I'm listening over here, we want to get this opportunity for our children as well. But we want to also establish a school for the community here. Next year, we are working on a community based on the Watcher School to establish K-8. This is not going to be Islamic. This is going to be just the regular secular schools, no religion in it, to be part of the community. We want to offer this service to Clinton community, yes. That's going to be great. Next year, when we open this one, it's going to be K-8. Yes. So the good news for the Clinton community. Absolutely.
Actually, I really compliment you in such a short period of time. You have brought displays, brought a display that's really commendable.
We are proud to be part of the community, the Clinton community. As you know, the Lighthouse name. You know, the guys, the Lighthouse. We have 3 lighthouses on the Mississippi River, and we are part of the community as well with our names and with our logos. And we have mayors, county supervisors. I would say weeks ago, they came to make a campus tour to see the improvements. They were kind of completely so impressed. And, they said, no, we do not feel ashamed because of what happened to this campus. So we are so grateful that we were able to bring this up, make it get restored to its mission of education. Now, the faith is part of it, but look, all faiths are coming from God, right? And it was Catholics, all the Muslims over here, there's a journey, right? But we really appreciate it for our sisters and the Catholic community to make this opportunity for the community. Now, we are proud to continue all the same mission with a little different variation.
Over the weekends, what would be the schedule? How to plan like
That's great. So like the weekdays, instead of a lot of academics, extracurricular activities for the weekend, we want to create more community engagement field trips to make sure that we will have the field trips, community engagement programs, activities done by them, and also to give them a little kind of rest time, to make sure that they will have at least free time to do their own things over here. On Sundays, on Saturdays, basically leaderships, community engagement, field trips will be on Saturdays, and Sunday will be kind of more free time for the students. But also one other thing, we want to create 2 speaker series every week, like one spiritual, the other is professional, that will be organized by students. So they will invite speakers to campus for professional subjects, which will be decided by students, as well as the spiritual subjects. So we'll do a lot of exceptional things. We go in details for the sake of the time, but inshallah we have great programs and ideas to implement over here. When are you planning to start at school? August 23rd. Yes. So one thing that we know that we are a little late, not a little late, actually too late, in one way, because we closed this property on February 15 and started renovation March 3rd. We didn't want to really make a commitment before to see how much time it was going to take to improve and make it ready. Because the city, they kind of really scared to take on this campus. Everybody's scared on it because it was a big liability, abandoned for a couple of years. It was a risk to buy this campus and to work on it. And alhamdulillah, once we bought it and we had a great group and GC company work with us, so within 2-3 months, we figured out, okay, we can make it ready for this year, inshallah. It's very ambitious. It's kind of really aggressive. We'll do our best. We'll see how it's going to happen, inshallah. Then we need your kids to get enrolled, right?
and lead? Lastly, at orientation, when do they expect to have orientation with all the details that you can tell?
Okay, if you show your interest, like the apply on your website, make sure that you pre-apply, and then from there, inshallah, we'll reach you out to set up the kind of follow interview, and from there to really go on the details.
So the orientation will not take place till you fill in the application?
I mean, like for that detail, once you get the interest to go over, the rest, to make sure that you apply, to kind of show your interest, then we can set up an orientation for the interest group of students to go over details. The application is not the formal, it kind of show your interest. Yes. Yes?
Do you get to pick who you them stay with them?
Okay, great question. How old are you? 12. So you go to 6th grade or 7th grade? Okay. So we will decide based on
once we kind of really understand and learn about our students. The residential life, you will see, absolutely, you will love it. And especially, our dormitory, our rooms, it's going to be 2 students share 1 room. That's beautiful, great, very luxury to my standards, where I was raised, I went to school. So you will completely enjoy to stay in our dormitory, absolutely.
One staff here would be with the kids, students, in the residential hall with them, that you can introduce us.
Mr. Kemal is going to be living in the residentials, yes.
Oh.
Our executive director will be living in the dormitory.
Oh.
Is this enough, inshallah?
Yes.
Good. Yes.
How many students are you targeting
I mean,
in the first year?
it's a different question. Again, I said, we do not expect too many students this year, honestly, because of the time, limitations. Actually, we should have some minimal numbers to start. But it's like our goal, if we have like 10 and plus students, we want to start it. Okay, now inshallah, let's kind of, thank you so much, Sister Hiba, really wonderful for your presentation.